All right, let's hear from you now about the back and forth between State Representative LaShawn Ford and Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Controversial topic about what Lightfoot said was the oldest racist tropes being used in a political ad that's airing across the state on TV stations and also on streaming services online. And the ad coming from people who play by the rules pack. If you're not familiar with this back and forth, the mayor of Chicago is asked about this. She's a black woman. She's also featured in the ad. And last week, she hinted at that there are racist dog whistles in Illinois politics with this ad, seeming to be upset that she was pictured in the ad in a darker shade of skin color than what she actually is, even though she's a black woman. She said that that was a way for people to see her as, quote, scarier. Before we get to Lightfoot's comments from last week, the response from State Representative LaShawn Ford, a black state representative from Chicago, I did want to also air what the ad ultimately is about, because I think the conversation about the optics of the ad diminishes the substance of what the ad really is all about. So here is the ad from People Who Play by the Rules PAC, which is a political action committee that is actually in opposition to Governor J.B. Pritzker, getting a lot of money from Dick Uihlein, who, by the way, just gave $1 million to the Republican opponent in that race, State Senator Darren Bailey. So here is that political ad from People Who Play by the Rules PAC. And if you're following along with the Facebook stream, you can see that as well.
It will be the summer of joy in Chicago.
Thanks to Governor Pritzker, the lawlessness of Chicago will soon be the law statewide.
That bill goes into effect. Our hands will be tied. All their bonds will be extinguished on January 1st.
We are going to have violent criminals out on the street.
That's why 100 of Illinois' 102 state's attorneys oppose Pritzker's mandatory release of violent criminals. Stop Chicago violence from coming to your town. Vote no on Pritzker.
So, I want to kind of show you a bit of what Lightfoot looked like in that ad. And she says that she was darkened. Her skin color was darkened. And here's what some of Mayor Lightfoot had to say last week when asked about this. She said that this is the oldest racist tropes, is what she had to say in response to questions about this. So again, here's Mayor Lori Lightfoot from last week talking about the ad.
But to use the oldest racist tropes that there are, to make the scary black woman even blacker, to show scary black men on TV, and to say to the suburbs, i.e. the white people, you don't want this coming to your town.
Lightfoot also went on to say that, this is just par for the course and not something that should be part of our political discourse when talking about these issues. Here's Mayor Lightfoot again. And cue that up and go.
An ad like that is so offensive, it shouldn't even be part of the public discourse.
So, obviously, she's impassioned about it, but not everybody feels the same way. Here is the Chicago State Representative, LaShawn Ford, Democrat from the west side of Chicago. He himself, a black man, and somebody who says that he's got darker skin color. He didn't appreciate the characterization that Lightfoot gave of the darker your skin color, the scarier you are. He talked to WIND radio out of Chicago. Here's what he had to say about Lightfoot's comments concerning that ad and skin color.
You don't come out against the color of your skin when it could really make person that color be offended. I mean, the color that you had her in is just a little shade darker than me.
He also went on to talk about just the general idea here, and he thinks that the people of color he's talked to, they're offended by Lightfoot's assertions. He's seeming to validate that.
Her confirming that because she's darker, she's scarier. She validated, even if you had intentions on making that assumption, she validated it. And that's offensive.
So I want to hear from you at 217-629-7970. That's the phone number here for Springfield's
He said,
Morning
quote,
News.
I don't need any...
217-629-7970. And again, yesterday, Mayor Lori Lightfoot was asked about this, and in particular to respond to LaShawn Ford. And here's what Lightfoot had to say in response to LaShawn Ford.
He said, quote, I don't need anybody saying the darker you look, the more dangerous you are. What is your response to him and to other African Americans who are upset that implied that you're saying dark is scarier?
I don't think I understood the question.
LaShawn Ford saw your response, and he said that he, quote, I don't need anybody saying the darker you look, the more dangerous you are.
I don't even know what to say in response to that. Some group that intentionally darkens my complexion and then shows a bunch of images of supposedly black men from Chicago engaging in criminal activity to a mostly white suburban audience. If you're not offended by that, I don't know what to say to you.
So again, that's Mayor Lori Lightfoot's response to State Representative LaShawn Ford. And all of this diminishes the substance of the criticism the ad brings up over the end of cash bail. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. 217-629-7970. The phone line's lighting up. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
If you don't agree with my policies, you're a racist.
It seems to kind of be what's going on here. Diverting and distracting, just calling somebody racist instead of touching on the substance.
Greg, I know your lines are loaded up, buddy, but you've got an ear into the Capitol. What does the governor, like the office, think about old Beetlejuice up there? They can't be happy.
I don't know who you're talking about, Beetlejuice, but we'll just...
Lori Lightfoot.
Okay, gotcha now. All right, 217-629-7970. Listen, I know that there's been some rumblings about strained relationships between the Pritzker administration and the Chicago mayor, and you might see this surface from time to time. For instance, the governor was asked who he's going to endorse in the Chicago mayoral race. The governor responded saying he's focused on his own election, so I read into that what you may, but are there strained relationships between the two? Not sure. They're both Democrats, but you're obviously seeing some strained relations between Lightfoot and a state representative from Chicago, LaShawn Ford. So your thoughts on this back and forth? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Greg, I'm offended by hers and Pritzker's stupidity. That offends me, how stupid they are and what they've done to the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. That's offensive to me. One quick thing, and I know it's off topic, but I'll make it real fast. We talked about that kid bringing the knife to school. Not a good idea for a child to do that. He didn't threaten anybody, but we sent him to school with ink pens and pencils. Those are weapons right there. So I mean, we gotta get out of this. Everybody's intent. They accidentally bring something to school, they're gonna hurt somebody with it because we give them weapons every day.
Well, and what are those compasses with the pointed edge so you can draw a perfect circle?
I worked in a prison for 9 years, Greg. You know what I was worried about? Susie having a freaking ink pen or a pencil sticking me in the back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to get beyond this. It's a weapon. It's bad. It's not. It could have been an accident. He could have went. You know, most kids I know have pocket knives. Teach them how to use it. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tool, just like a pencil's a tool, but a pencil and a pen and a compass can all be used for nefarious reasons as well. And so can speech. And this conversation about the color of somebody's skin in a political ad definitely seems to be used, maybe not intentionally, but effectively diverting attention away from the substance of the political ad. Your thoughts, 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Good morning. Didn't G. Gordon Lightfoot threaten the Honorable Clarence Thomas from the stage of Lollapalooza?
Yeah, G. Gordon Lightfoot. Mayor Lori Lightfoot did take to the stage Lollapalooza, and I can't exactly remember what she said, but it did seem that it was of a threatening tone, if I recall properly. All right, I appreciate everybody chiming in here with Springfield's Morning